Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the podcast. I'm Sophie, and I'm here with Leo. Today feels calm already, doesn't it?
Hi, everyone. I'm Leo. Yes, it really does. Even the way you said that made me breathe a little slower.
That's perfect, because today we're talking about something very quiet and very personal. We're talking about our evening routine before sleeping.
I like this topic a lot. Evenings are strange. Sometimes they are peaceful, and sometimes they are full of thoughts that don't want to stop.
I feel the same. After a long day, the evening is the first moment when I'm really alone with myself. My body is tired, but my mind is still busy.
Yes, and what we do in those last hours can change how we sleep and how we feel the next morning.
Exactly. So today we want to share our real evenings. Not perfect evenings, just normal ones.
We hope you feel relaxed while listening. Maybe like you're sitting with us after a long day.
If you enjoy this conversation, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us and makes us feel supported.
Thank you so much for being here with us tonight.
Let's begin.
So, Sophie, when your day starts to end, what is the first thing you usually do when evening comes?
After dinner, I try to slow down. I don't always do it well, but I try. I usually clean the kitchen a little, not perfectly, just enough so I don't wake up to a mess. That already makes me feel lighter.
That happens to me too. When I leave things dirty, I feel it in my head, not just in my eyes. Cleaning a bit feels like I'm closing the day.
Yes, exactly. It's like telling myself, okay, this part is done. Then I change into comfortable clothes. That small action tells my body that work time is over.
Comfortable clothes are very important. When I stay in my work clothes too long, my body thinks I'm still working. When I change, my shoulders drop a little.
I love that feeling. After that, I usually make a cup of something warm. Not coffee, of course. Sometimes herbal tea, sometimes just warm water.
Same here. Warm drinks help me wind down. By the way, when I say wind down, I just mean slowing my body and mind after a busy day.
That's a nice way to say it. I think evenings are really about winding down, not doing more things. But it's not always easy.
Not at all. Some evenings I sit down and suddenly my phone is in my hand and I'm scrolling without thinking.
Really? That happens to me too. I tell myself, just 5 minutes, and suddenly it's 30.
And then my eyes feel tired, but my mind feels even more awake.
Yes, and then sleeping becomes harder. I try to put my phone away at least 30 minutes before bed, but I'm not perfect.
Ha! I'm not perfect either, but when I do put it away, I feel a difference. The room feels quieter, even if there is no sound.
Quiet evenings feel safe to me. Sometimes I turn on a small lamp instead of the big light. The soft light makes everything slower.
I like that idea. Light really changes the mood. Bright light feels like daytime, and my brain thinks it's still morning.
Exactly. After that, I usually sit on the sofa for a bit. I don't always read, but sometimes I just sit and think.
What do you think about during that time?
Many things. Sometimes I think about the day and what went well. Sometimes I think about what I didn't finish. I try not to judge myself too much.
That's hard. I often think about my mistakes in the evening. They feel bigger at night.
I know. Nights can make small worries feel very large. When that happens, I try to clear my head. I try to let thoughts pass without holding them.
I like that expression. Clearing your head sounds gentle, not like forcing thoughts away.
Yes, I don't fight them. I just notice them and let them go. Some nights it works, some nights it doesn't.
On nights when it doesn't work for me, I write things down.
Just a few lines in a notebook.
Really? What do you usually write?
Anything that is noisy in my head, things I need to remember, worries, even small plans for tomorrow. When they are on paper, they feel lighter.
That makes sense. It's like telling your brain, you don't need to hold this anymore.
Exactly. After that, I feel more ready to rest.
I don't write often, but when I do, it helps. Most evenings, though, I go to the bathroom and start my night routine.
The night routine is very personal, I think.
Yes, it is. Washing my face slowly is important to me. Not fast like in the morning. I take my time.
I do that too. Warm water on my face feels like washing the day away.
That's a nice way to say it. After that, I brush my teeth and look at myself in the mirror. I try to be kind to myself there.
That's interesting. What do you mean by being kind?
I don't criticize my face or my tired eyes. I just say quietly, "You did enough today."
I like that a lot. I usually just rush through that moment, but maybe I should slow down.
It helps me feel calm. After that, I go to bed, but I don't sleep right away.
Same here. I need a few minutes in bed before sleeping.
Sometimes I read a few pages of a simple book. Nothing heavy, nothing sad.
I listen to soft music or just silence. Silence is underrated, I think.
I agree. Silence lets you hear yourself a bit more. That can be scary, but also peaceful.
When I finally turn off the light, I tell myself it's okay to rest. I don't need to solve everything tonight.
That's beautiful. It's like saying, I can call it a day now. By the way, when we say call it a day, we just mean stopping work and resting.
Yes, and that sentence helps me let go. Tomorrow can wait.
Exactly. Sleep feels better when you give yourself permission to stop.
I feel the same. Even if the day was not perfect, the evening can still be gentle.
And that gentleness matters. It carries into our sleep and into the next morning.
It really does. Small evening habits can change how we feel inside.
And it's okay to start small. Even one calm moment is enough.
That's a comforting thought to end on.
You know, Leo, something else that affects my evening a lot is how I talk to myself when the day is over.
That's interesting. I notice my inner voice more at night, too. During the day, everything is loud and fast, but in the evening, that voice gets clear.
Yes, and sometimes it's kind, but sometimes it's not. Some nights it says you didn't do enough today, and that can make it hard to relax.
That happens to me too. I lie in bed and suddenly remember something small I forgot, and it feels very big in that moment.
Exactly. When that happens, I try to slow my breathing. Just a few deep breaths can change how my body feels.
Breathing really helps. When I breathe slowly, my chest feels softer and my thoughts lose a little strength.
I think our bodies understand calm before our minds do. If the body relaxes, the mind follows later.
That's true. Sometimes I also stretch a little before bed. Nothing serious, just gentle movements.
I do that too, especially for my neck and shoulders. That's where I hold stress during the day.
Same here. When I stretch, I realize how tense I was without noticing it.
It's surprising, isn't it? We get used to tension. Evening is the first time we listen to our bodies.
Yes, and listening feels respectful, like saying, I hear you. You worked hard today.
I like that idea a lot. Some evenings, I also prepare a few things for the next day.
Really? Doesn't that feel like work?
A little, but it actually helps me relax. I choose my clothes or prepare my bag. It makes tomorrow feel less heavy.
That makes sense. When mornings are rushed, stress starts early. Evening preparation can protect the morning.
Exactly. I don't plan everything, just small things. I don't want to turn my evening into a to-do list.
Balance is important. Too much planning can wake the brain up again.
Yes, and evenings are not for pressure. They're for slowing down and feeling human again.
Well said. Do you ever feel lonely in the evening?
Sometimes, yes. Even when I had a busy day with people, evenings can feel quiet in a sad way.
I feel that too. Silence can be comforting, but it can also bring feelings we avoid during the day.
When that happens, I remind myself that feeling lonely doesn't mean I am alone. It's just a feeling passing through.
That's a gentle way to see it. I sometimes send a short message to someone I care about. Nothing deep. Just, how was your day?
That's nice. Connection doesn't have to be long or serious to matter.
Exactly. Even a small exchange can warm the evening.
Other nights, I choose to be alone on purpose. I enjoy my own company then.
I like that too. Being alone by choice feels different from feeling lonely.
Yes, it feels calm and safe. I light a candle sometimes and just sit quietly.
Candles change the mood so much. The soft light feels like permission to slow down.
Permission is a good word. I think many of us forget to give ourselves permission to rest.
We really do. We live in a world that always asks for more.
That's why evening routines are important. They protect a small space just for us.
I agree. When I skip my routine, I feel it the next day. I wake up tired, even if I slept enough.
Same here. Sleep is not only about hours. It's about how we arrive at sleep.
That's so true. If I go to bed stressed, my sleep feels light and broken.
And when I go to bed calm, even short sleep feels better.
Do you ever think about tomorrow when you're in bed?
Yes, but I try not to think too far. Just one or two things. Anything more than that feels heavy.
I do the same. I remind myself that tomorrow has its own time.
That thought helps me let go of control a little.
Control is something we hold tightly during the day, but night asks us to release it.
Beautifully said. Letting go feels scary, but also freeing.
Some nights I still struggle to fall asleep. My body is tired, but my mind is busy.
Me too. On those nights, I don't fight sleep. I just rest quietly.
That's important. Rest is still valuable, even without sleep.
Yes, lying quietly, breathing, listening to the room. It's still healing.
When I accept that, sleep often comes on its own.
Acceptance changes everything. Fighting makes things worse.
I think that's true for many parts of life, not just sleep.
I agree. Evening routines teach us patience and kindness toward ourselves.
And those lessons slowly move into our days too.
That's why I love evenings, even when they are not perfect.
Me too. They remind us that we are more than our tasks.
We are humans who need rest, care, and quiet moments.
And those moments matter, even if they seem small.
You know, Leo, as the night gets deeper and everything outside becomes quieter, I often feel like my thoughts slow down too, even if they don't fully stop. And that moment makes me feel closer to myself in a way that daytime never does.
I feel the same, because during the day, I'm always reacting to things, answering messages, solving problems. But in the evening, I finally get a chance to just exist without needing to prove anything to anyone.
Exactly. And that's why I try to protect that time, even if it's only 30 minutes. because those minutes feel like a small gift I give to myself after giving so much all day.
That's a beautiful way to see it. And I think many people don't realize how important that gift is until they are completely exhausted and don't know why.
Yes, exhaustion doesn't always come from work alone. It also comes from never stopping, never allowing the mind to settle and the body to feel safe.
When you say safe, it really connects with me because my best evenings are the ones where I feel there is nothing urgent, nothing chasing me, and nothing I need to fix right now.
I love that feeling too. And sometimes I create it by doing very simple things slowly, like folding clothes with calm music or watering my plants without rushing.
That sounds very grounding, and I notice that when I do things slowly in the evening, my heart rate feels lower and my breathing becomes deeper without effort.
Yes, the body understands slowness better than words, and it responds almost immediately when we stop pushing.
That's so true. And on evenings when I forget that and keep rushing, even small things feel stressful, like brushing my teeth or setting my alarm.
I've noticed that too, and that's usually when I remind myself to take it easy, which just means doing things with less pressure and more kindness.
I like that expression because it doesn't ask us to do anything special. It just asks us to change how we do normal things.
Exactly. And evenings are perfect for that because there is no need to be fast or efficient anymore.
Do you ever think about how evenings change as we grow older, even just a little?
Yes, I do. Because a few years ago, I didn't care much about sleep or routines. But now I really feel the difference when I don't respect my evening time.
Same here. And I think it's not about age only, but about awareness. Because once you notice how good calm evenings feel, it's hard to ignore it.
That awareness changes priorities, and suddenly staying up late for no reason doesn't feel attractive anymore.
Exactly. And instead of feeling boring, early nights start to feel like self-care.
That's such an important shift because rest stops feeling like something you earn and starts feeling like something you deserve.
Yes, and that idea alone can change how someone treats their evenings and their sleep.
Sometimes, when I'm already in bed, I place one hand on my chest and one on my stomach and just feel my breathing for a while.
I do something similar, and it helps me stay in the moment instead of thinking about yesterday or tomorrow.
Being in the moment before sleep feels very comforting, like telling the nervous system that everything is okay right now.
And when the nervous system calms down, the mind doesn't need to stay alert anymore.
Exactly. And even if sleep doesn't come immediately, that calm state still feels healing.
I think many people believe that evenings should be productive in some way, but I don't agree with that anymore.
I don't either, because productivity already had its place during the day, and night asks for something different.
Night asks for softness, acceptance, and a bit of surrender.
That's beautifully said. And I think surrender is a word many people misunderstand.
Yes, they think it means giving up, but to me, it means trusting that things don't need constant control.
Exactly. And bedtime is the perfect moment to practice that trust, because sleep itself is an act of letting go.
When you think about it like that, sleep feels almost brave.
It really does. And our evening routine prepares us for that bravery by slowly guiding us from effort into rest.
That slow guidance is important because sudden stops can feel uncomfortable for the mind.
Yes, which is why routines matter, not as strict rules, but as gentle signals.
Signals that say, you are safe now, you can slow down.
And hearing that message every night can slowly change how we feel about ourselves.
It builds trust, not just in the routine, but in our ability to take care of ourselves.
I think that trust is one of the most valuable things an evening routine can give.
I completely agree, and it's something that grows quietly over time.
As we talk about trust and letting go, I realize that evenings are often the only time when I truly stop asking myself if I did enough, because the day is already finished and nothing can be changed anymore.
I feel that deeply because once the day is over, there is a quiet truth in accepting it as it is, with all its good moments and its unfinished parts living together.
Yes, and that acceptance feels very gentle, especially when I remind myself that tomorrow is another chance, not a test I need to pass.
That way of thinking changes everything because instead of going to sleep with pressure, you go to sleep with hope.
Hope feels softer at night, not loud or demanding, just calm and steady.
I like that description because evening hope doesn't push you to do more. It simply allows you to rest.
Exactly. And rest is not something lazy, it's something necessary, even if our minds sometimes forget that.
I think many people struggle in the evening because they carry the weight of the whole day into bed.
That's very true. And learning how to gently put that weight down is a skill that takes time.
And patience, because no routine works perfectly every night.
Yes, some nights are messy, loud, and uncomfortable, even when you try your best.
On those nights, I remind myself that one difficult evening doesn't erase all the calm evenings before it.
That reminder is powerful because it stops one bad night from becoming a story about failure.
Exactly! It stays just one night, not a judgment about who you are.
I think evenings teach us a lot about self-compassion, especially when things don't go as planned.
They really do, because night doesn't ask for perfection, only honesty.
Honesty about how tired I am, how full my mind feels, and how much rest I actually need.
And when you listen to that honesty, your body often responds with relief.
Relief is such a quiet feeling, but it's one of the most comforting ones.
Yes, it feels like a deep breath you didn't know you were holding.
Sometimes, just before sleeping, I think about one small thing from the day that felt good.
I do that too, and it doesn't have to be something big.
Exactly. It can be a kind message, a warm meal, or even a moment of silence.
Those small moments remind me that even difficult days have soft edges.
That's a beautiful way to say it. Soft edges make life feel more human.
And going to sleep with that thought changes how the body rests.
Yes, it feels like falling into sleep instead of collapsing into it.
I love that difference because falling feels safe while collapsing feels forced.
Evening routines help create that safety, even if they are very simple.
Simple routines are often the strongest ones because they are easier to keep.
And easier to forgive when we miss them.
Forgiveness is such an important part of night routines.
It really is, because without forgiveness, rest becomes another task to fail.
But with forgiveness, rest becomes an invitation.
An invitation to slow down, to breathe, and trust that you are enough as you are.
Hearing that before sleep can change how someone feels about themselves.
I hope everyone listening can feel that tonight, even just a little.
Yes, wherever you are and however your day was, you deserve a gentle ending.
Your evening doesn't need to be perfect to be meaningful.
It just needs to give you space to be human.
And with that thought, I feel ready to rest.
Me too. This conversation feels like a calm ending to a long day.
Thank you for sharing this quiet time with me, Leo.
Thank you, Sophie, and thank you to everyone listening with us.
We hope your evening feels a little softer after this.
Good night and take care of yourself.